Hello, I'm IBXToycat, and today I have some great news. After 3 weeks, the Superflat Survival is back. We're going to be back to the streaming series. I love to take a little break before we do the big recaps, and it's so fun to be back here because this is one of the worlds I've been really excited to play. The whole time I was gone, I was excited to come back, where I'd be able to play on the Superflat world, which has just been expanding and growing. By the way, not actually Superflat, actually just a flat world, but that's a point for another day. The point for today that I wanted to start with is that finally, something you've been asking for has happened. We have the IBXToycat merch. Again, I tried to make sure that it's a limited number of things that I'm actually very excited about. We got the shirt that I'm wearing right now. I love this thing. Obviously, the whole branding here is literally just... and so we did that for the merch. I like this a lot. And then we also have the IBXToycat mugs. So getting a heart-shaped mug is harder than you'd think. Like, well, it's a simple enough thing, like, oh yeah, it's just a handle that's a heart shape. No, if you want to get these in bulk, very hard thing to do. So I've got myself not only one IBXToycat, we will all die someday mug. Because, you know, sometimes you're just having coffee and you want that motivational quote that says, oh yeah, blue skies and great thinking, but sometimes you want your quote to say that actually not everything is good all the time, but you also want it to be romantic, and so this 2-mug set is available on IBXToycat.store, and here's the cool thing. Obviously, I like the merch, I like the t-shirt. I'm excited for these things. Like, I was so excited when they arrived myself. Obviously, I'm me, maybe I'm not allowed to be. But the cool thing that you can get that I don't personally have, because I made them as a weird, like, I made some Valentine's Day cards, and I knew they weren't going to be for Valentine's, but like, long story short, is they're a brand new product. They took months to put into production, and I figured, you know what, rather than like trying to work out how much does a Valentine's Day cost, like, you know, can you charge ship, you know, rather than all those questions, because there would be some of those, if you spend over $50, you get a free card. It is a limited time only thing. There's only a certain number of those cards in existence, but if you want a anti-Valentine's Day card, it says, you know, you're as rare and valuable as a desert well. Oh, isn't that cute? Isn't that what we all want on our Valentine's Day? Then, yeah, if you spend $50 or more, I just wanted to plug that right now. Plug, IBXToycat.store. I'm excited about today. Anyway, I like that you changed the hoodie. Apparently, the hoodie was a misprint. I thought that I made a mistake. I was like, oh, it's a very obvious thing to forget. But apparently, that's not the issue. Anyway, hello, I'm IBXToycat. And are you excited for some Minecraft today? I'm excited for some Minecraft today. No, I've been playing like bits here and there, but like I've been excited for this moment. You know, like obviously I played the Deep Dark world, but I've been excited for this moment returning here, and I've had an idea I've wanted to work on the entire time I was gone. I've had this thing that I wanted to, you know, get some stuff on. Anyway, thoughts on Minecraft Legends, says William Does Stuff. Yeah, that's where we're gonna have to start today, isn't it? We can't really... we could ignore Minecraft Legends, but Minecraft Legends won't ignore us. So, to sum up my thoughts simply... okay, let's throw that there. To sum up my thoughts simply, Minecraft Legends is a really cool-looking game, but every Minecraft spin-off they planned so far, I've got myself excited for, and then I've realized, oh, this is... you know, like, this wouldn't be released on its own right, you know? Like Minecraft Bedrock as a whole, they would not have gone away with releasing Minecraft for consoles if they weren't the people who also made the Xbox, right? Like, that game was not ready to release. So I'd say that's the problem with current day Minecraft, but this one I think is different. I don't know why I think that. There's no good reason to be so sure that this is not going to go the same way. But I really do... I have this feeling, maybe incorrectly, that Minecraft Legends is going to be something else. Maybe that's a silly thought to have. Maybe we'll all regret that feeling later. But for now, that's a thing. So here's another thing, by the way. My big idea is to turn my square world, because right now the world is very square. I'll give you a little peek at it. The whole point of Superflat is it basically takes Minecraft to its extreme. It is just a giant square of grass, right? And one of the cool things So as you can see, it's a big square of grass. And because everything works in chunks, all the builds I've been making have been square-based because I've been pretty poor in the Minecraft sense. But now that I've got some, got some money coming in, I can start to do some fun terraforming style projects, right? I want to build some form of, maybe a mountain somewhere, a volcano, who knows? But also, before I can do any of that, I want the world to feel less square. And one of the ways to do that is with a bit of terraforming. We could build a little ridge, but that would feel artificial. I think something that would feel nice and natural, though, is having a big circle river going around as much of this as we can. It doesn't have to encircle entirely. We can have gaps, we can have bridges, but I like the idea of having a big river flowing around this. And so this is going to be our reservoir. It's higher up than most water level would be because it's placed on top of grass rather than instead of grass. And then we'll use our shovel and we'll dig a nice long trench, dig a nice long circle, and that's the goal for today. Who loves the new merch? I know I do, says Alcazol. Send me a message after the stream, by the way. Got a thing I need to share. It's important. A semicircle river. Exactly. Although semicircle in the sense that it's like mostly circle, rather than the sense that it's a half circle. You know what? The phrase semicircle to refer to a half circle, like, don't get me wrong, I see where it comes from, a half circle. But a half circle should be like when where it's like kind of a circle. It's like, yeah, you're like halfway there. It's circle-ish. That's what semicircle should mean. I don't like RTS games, but I'll give Minecraft Legends a try on Games Pass and buy on Switch if I like it. Honestly, that's gotta be the best thing about it as someone who has Games Pass, kind of selfishly. I would say that, yeah, you can play Minecraft's new spin-off, like you could play Minecraft Dungeons. You have to pay them money. I don't think I paid for Dungeons. Or if I did, I've forgotten about it. And if you forget about spending money, then did you really spend money, A long circle. And like RTS games, well, I'll give Minecraft Legends... Oh, sorry, same message. Yo, Superflat Survival's back. It is! Oh, I've got to do an announcement post for this stream. So yeah, this is going to be... okay, in the meantime, did you know there's a place called IBXToycat.store, link in bio. I know how to say toycat.store. And, I should have announced this one, really. That was my mistake. I usually do a big meme announcement. Every failure is now on that one thing. So yeah, by making this big canal trench thing, I am going to be carving up my tree farm into two. But I think having a nice river running down the middle could improve things nicely anyway. So we'll just carve this up, make a lovely little hole in the ground. We'll get a few trees back, but we already need to, make that a thing anyway, and it'll be fun. Check out the iron farm in Harrison's World. Don't know who built it, but it's awesome. Yeah, it's funny, one of the ideas I thought would be funny was, like, run a public server on a Superflat, see how it goes. I think Harrison got a little edge on me on that one. The Christian urge to go on... Well, that's that is a type of person. That is a type of person. There are many types of people in the world. And isn't it nice? Anyway, so yeah, we can start the semicircle wherever we want. I'm thinking... I guess mathematically we have to work out the center point. If we're at negative 134, which is 32 either side, and this starts at y0, I think, going out 64 blocks... Wait, is this 64? This is 40-something. If we go out... We want to go out a little bit more than this. 50 blocks means that there's going to be a 200-block radius. But I want it to be a 300-block radius. So this has to actually go out... Or I guess we have to work out where the center point is. Okay, let's work that out. We know left to right where our center is. We're centering around this body of water because it's a square. It's a body of water. I want this to be the center of the circle, or at least near the center of the circle, left right. But where are we centering on the other axis? It would be, yeah, only 80 blocks wide if we did this. So if we instead centered 50 blocks north or 70 blocks north. So at Z100, then our center point would end up looking like this. What do you reckon, chat? Is this a good center point if we're going to build a big river? This is the funny thing about building in Minecraft. Like, if you actually want to build a good project, you've got to spend some time thinking about, like, how and why and what, And, like, that's kind of counter to my way of building. I sometimes like just be like, let's place this down and work out the details later. Wing it, says Cat Meaty. Yeah, this looks good enough to me. This looks fine. I mean, yeah, this is fine. This is a great point. If this was the center point, then that over at 250 is where the edge would be on the other side. So I'm just going to make sure that is past this, and it's past it by enough of an amount that it's not a problem. So yeah, it'd be 50 blocks that way now. Yeah, I think this actually lines up really nicely. I think that's a solid idea. There'll be, I'll dig it now. Right here is where there'll be another section of this little canal thing. Or maybe it'll be another 2 blocks over. But still, it'll be somewhere over here. There'll be a river, and that river will connect all the way around this thing. So just imagine me running in a circle right now. Obviously, I'm not running in a circle right now. This is getting dangerously close to math. Yeah, there is a lot of maths designed and involving in making circles in Minecraft. It's sad to say. What's the new merch, says Lizzie S. Wow, that's a good question you're asking right there. You want to know what the new merch is? You want to get yourself a We Will All Die Someday mug, now officially available at IBXToycat.store. Well, head on over to IBXToycat.store, link in bio. People say bio, but there's no bio on YouTube. And the closest thing we have to a bio is the About Us section. There's no link to IBXToycat merch there. Anyway, so did you get 2 mugs? Do you get 2 mugs, says Kit Kat? You do. Get this right. You get 1 mug. You get a 2nd mug. Everyone I spoke to before releasing this is like, you should just sell the 1 mug. Don't give them the 2nd one. Who wants 2nd? No. 2 mugs for him and for her. I mean, maybe for him and for her. Maybe you take the weird mug and they go like this together. And then as long as you don't think about the practicality, it's great. Everyone else hates it, but I love this weird little mug. And so I'm going to be drinking out of the weird one today. And so yeah, also long time watching, first time catching a live stream, and yeah, for a limited time only, like, because I only printed a certain number because I didn't even. Again, this is one of those things I just kind of did and like wanted to work out the process of later. Also, good to see you, Tommy Nelson. Hope you're having a good day today. I hope that you're enjoying the live stream. But yeah, if you spend over $50, you get yourself one of these cards that we made for free. It's free. I mean, it's complimentary because you're paying $50, which is the opposite of free. You know, that is one of my bugbears in the world of anything, is like, you can say like, spend this amount, get something free. Buy one, get one free is not buy one, get one free. It's 50% discount, minimum order 2. But like, there's something different about the vibe of it, right? Okay, so here's how we're gonna design this, chat. This is gonna be a little bit complicated, but hear me out. So there is something, you can find them in all sorts of places, but the one I use is this same pixel circle generator I've used for years. And so it looks something a little bit like this. So you type in your, oh wait, I'm not showing you correctly yet. So what you do is you type in your the circle width you want. In my case, it's going to be a 300 by 300 circle, and it tells you the Minecraft maths, the closest block for every size, to make it possible. So a 300 by 300 circle, as you can see if we zoom in real close, a 300 by 300 circle is 24 blocks along the top, I counted. Then it's 9, then it's 1, 2, 3, then it's 6, then it's 5, then it's 4, then it's 4, then it's 4, then it's 3, then it's 3, then... You get the point. We can check this all later. But basically, if we follow this, we'll make a perfect circle. And I think if you're... And obviously, there's going to be a lot of blocks to dig and a lot of water to fill in. But at the very least, we'll have a little bit of fun, I think. So, yeah, let's go back to the Minecraft. And let's do this. So it starts with a 24-block circle. We've got 2 already, so it's 11 each direction. 1, 2, 3... Okay, I've already lost count. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. See, you do that on both sides. And so now this is the edge of the circle. We've got 4 blocks here, so it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Then it's 9 blocks, but a block further in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think it was. And then so on and so forth. We just kind of do this continuously until we reach salvation. So, yeah, doing circle maths is hard, and there's such a... It's so easy just to mess up and everything's ruined now. But, yeah, the plan is for everything to be great. I tried building an ocean monument, and I messed up at the beginning, had to start again. Yeah, it can be, it's real hard to work on precise things sometimes. But that's what makes it enjoyable when you succeed. I think that's why people like crafts or like challenges. Have you gone through that funeral yet?
Love the new merch. Bought one of each.
Hey, what?
Kapow.
I saw just before the stream, I saw one person had bought one of everything. Like I apparently have access to that information. I don't know why I wouldn't. I guess it's my store. But it's quite cool to see that it's quite cool to see you're now the second person in the world to own all 3 pieces. I guess wait, I have all. No wait, I don't have the hoodie. My hoodie says just an IBXToycat t-shirt, even though it's a hoodie. So clearly not a. Clearly, you are the second person to have it correctly be printed. I believe in your circle skills, Toycat, says Lizzie S. I need more belief like that. I got a comment. Okay, so one of my favorite things about this series is you get non-stop comments of people saying, you're forgetting about this, you're doing this wrong, etc. And on this stream, oh yeah, we need to clear out our inventory, by the way. This is a little bit of a problem. On this stream, the version of that I'm getting, I figured, like, you can't disagree with building a circle. But I underestimated the internet. Because I already got a comment saying, you did it wrong already, Toycat. It's like, how? You saw me counting. You saw me counting. It's like, what could have gone wrong in that time? So yeah, there's going to be a lot of following a circle map. But I think it'd be fun, because it gives, whenever it's been a while since a stream, it's important to have like a catch-up, right? It's a weird function, I'd say, you know, like it's, all human relationships have this. If you... Imagine if you, I was trying to think about, one of the interesting things that happens on YouTube with parasocial relationships that you don't get in real life is in real life if you know, like you miss someone for a bit because you're going for a crazy hectic time in your life. And so a few years pass, maybe longer than a few years even, depending on the length of the YouTuber. After you haven't seen someone for a few years, you catch up. You go, hey, how's it going? You been good? Yeah, I've been, you know, I bought a farm and I've been raising goats in the shed. And I'll be like, yeah, man, I have played the new Minecraft update and it's pretty good. And it's like, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know, you catch up on the life, right? But if you see a YouTuber after years, it's like, imagine walking into a middle school friend, but they don't acknowledge that, like, you haven't met for years, and they're like, oh yeah, how you doing today? Oh, you know, like, and just not even like acting like there was a gap in your friendship. Just being like, oh yeah, hey buddy, you doing all good? Yeah, I don't know, like, it's hard to even imagine, right? And so that's one of the interesting parasocial relationships. An interesting aspects of the parasocial relationship is that you can come back after a bit, and that kind of happens. And yeah, I mean, another thing is the fact that is the fact that we sometimes have to have this.
Cat. I'm so excited about getting my mugs and adding to my Toycat t-shirt collection. Also, are the cards generic enough for other occasions?
I think you could use them for
allowance.
Honestly, okay, yeah. So the Valentine's Day cards that you can get in June and only only for free because they're not for sale because I'm not a good marketer clearly. You could use them for any occasion. You know, is there a funeral coming up in your life? You're as rare and valuable as a desert well. Now that you're gone, I realize what I'm missing. I'm a guy who thinks he's got a goat. Are you the guy who thinks he's a cat? Says Eric the goat guy. I don't think I'm a cat. I just, that's one of my biggest regret is underestimating how big people who genuinely, you know, like their whole roleplay online is about the animal they are. Which I underestimated that whole field, and you know, it was a big mistake. But okay, so it's 22, 9, 6, 5, 4, 4, 4. So 3 4s after a 5 after a 6. I just did my 6 here. I think this is a 7 actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope, that's a 6. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 3 sets of 4. And then after that, we'll make sure we do it on both sides just to make sure it's equal. And then from there, we can start working things out. Skips the funeral type, goes for fairies. That's what sells. Yeah, no, I do think that like any occasion could work with those Toycat Valentine's cards. Again, just to clarify, I made a certain number of them. There's a tiny possibility a different card will make it. So, but again, there's something that just maybe I need to train this out. Maybe it's good I have this. I'm not sure which way. You can tell me which way you see this. But you know, like when selling a thing, it's important that like, you know, it is offer quality and that also it's you know, like a reasonable price for what you're getting. With obviously you can make some argument that like, well, you can buy shirts for $5 at Primark. I guess you don't have Primark, so £5 at Primark or $6 at the dollar store or wherever else. I don't know, but like it's like, okay, we make them good. We got the fun designs. We got the colors and the. I feel like there's like all of those things together, plus the fact that it's like, you know, this new limit. I like it a lot. Anyway, I literally, you know what was annoying? I went over there to go mine blocks, and the slime genuinely stopped me. I was like, we can just not. I was a lot happier not doing it because of the result. So I guess we'll go empty our inventory and we'll do it some more. There isn't woodland mansions in flat worlds. How did you get a totem? Says corrupted dude. Post 1. What update was it actually? 1.14. You can get totems from raids. I kind of didn't like it. It felt like they were devaluing the. It felt like they were devaluing the woodland mansion. Like the whole crazy thing about going to that structure was you got one of those totems. But most people just saw it as like a thank you, Mojang. I hated having to go there on a new world. But like for such a power... Also, do you see that? That slime spawned on a tree. I hate that. I hate that a lot. Let's hope that's not a sign of things to come. Let's hope that was a one-time bug. Which is a... Which, always when you're playing Bedrock and you hope it's a one-time bug, it's always one time. It goes away immediately. It never comes back. I just need to work out where my new like fish pond is going to be. Maybe I should just fill this up and have this be like another little. You know, I've got to work this out. I've got to have a solid idea in place that I just don't have right now. But yeah, so put the egg away. Honestly, throw the egg on the ground. I don't need an egg. Now let's get back to it. So how do you make a flat world of achievements? Says Tesla Army. See, here's the weird thing. I started this world. When it like they made an update where you couldn't get it, where you could get achievements, then they disabled it, and then this world, even though I started it when you couldn't, it now lets you get achievements. Like I didn't change it or anything. You can obviously change any world to like play around with that stuff. No idea why, no idea how. If I did, I would tell you, but I don't, so I can't. I can tell you things. I was gonna say I can't tell you things I don't know. I can tell you all sorts of things I don't know. Did you know that gravity is actually a human-created phenomenon? There was no gravity before there was humans. Now that's true. Did you know that every you know what happens? The fizz in your drink, right? You know the little carbonation you see. That actually turns into stars because it like flies up into the atmosphere. It grows and it eventually becomes a part of space. That's just a true fact. There's no questioning that one. Gravity is a government conspiracy. I'm just saying, they're trying so hard to get us to believe gravity. Makes me curious about what their motives are. So it's 3 sets of 3, then a 2, and then a 3, and then a 2. So 1 3, 2 3, 3 3s, then a 2, and then for some reason we go back to a 3. Honestly, yeah, there's a lot of memory in making this one work. This is the type of thing, like I think a lot about modern Minecraft YouTube standards, and one of the things that's changed a lot is, and this is against like my personal like what I think is cool. One of the things that has changed a lot is that people have moved from thinking that like, oh yeah, I would love to see everything, you know, like the old formula for a Let's Play was you turn on the camera for 20 minutes. Or you turn it on for an hour, and then you turn it into 3 20-minute episodes. Now things are very different, right? The standards. And one of the standards is probably a good thing, but like I'm always like, is you know, like you condense stuff down. Like, you know, do you want to see this condensed into a few minutes? I mean, in the recap you can, but if you watch live, we can talk about goats. We can talk about all the fun things. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Big salmon merch. Cat says cuff. You know what? Big salmon merch. I'm sure I have to be very careful with this. But I would love to have a big salmon plush. Again, there's good reasons I can't sell anything that has an oscillator on, or anything that has, you know, Microsoft has been clamping down on a few things like that recently. But yeah, have you ranked the goat horns as just James? I ranked the copper goat horns back when they existed. You know, rip, rest in peace. Also, that wandering trader llama just bouncing down. Oh no, it's a villager. Very jarring, right? Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make like a little tunnel down under here. I could probably just remove both of these and it'd be a more effective technique. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. I think I'll remove the 2 blocks there and then it'll flow down into here. And then eventually we'll just like fill all of this with water. So do you see my idea here, chat? Yeah, is the vision coming together with you? I'll give you another peek now that we've gone a little bit into this. I think with any project, like taking regular looks is a good idea. Again, it's not the style I use, but it is a thing that you can try. You make a big salmon-shaped toy toy. Honestly, yeah, I think if you go stylistic enough with your big salmon, you know, if it is just a type of salmon that is big. So do you see this? This circle is going to be ludicrously sized. Like it's going to go way out over there. But the end result is going to be an enjoyable circle. Is it looking balanced so far, chat? This is important. We have to do this regularly. Just check and make sure, is everything okay? Is everything okay? I think everything's okay. By the way, can I share something which I think is amazing? IBXToycat.store. There we go. I gotta interrupt myself with the plugs. No, I'm so excited. After so long, like people have been asking for merch for so long. I've got the answer, right? It's the ideal in like any, you know, form of product is you wanna solve someone's need. And if people have been asking, it's cool to like be like, yeah, this is the thing you wanted. I have it now. It exists. Oh yeah, shovel durability is not looking good, is it? We should we'll breed some. I think I'll breed some pigs together because I need to do that anyway. So might as well get some stuff. Do you mean with the river or life in general? Says Spook. You know, how are things looking in my life? Yeah, no, I haven't been to the funeral I mentioned yet. I'm a little bit excited for that. I think it's from the rowdier half of my family, which explains why they're dead maybe. But it's from the fun half, perhaps we could say, more you know, to be more positive, put a little spin on that. And so I feel like it's going to be a lot of like shots moments, you know? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe that's not what you do when someone dies. I don't know. The cool thing about... I think... Okay, so to me, the thing that scares me about basically every life event is like, oh, how do you do this thing? But as one of the things I'm learning is like, you really get to define a lot of that stuff yourself if you want to. Like, how do you do birthdays as an adult? You know, you decide how you do birthdays as an adult, right? Like, you are the adult whose birthday it will be. So, you know, whatever that means to you, you can make it happen. And so, I feel like the funeral, you know, it's going to be whatever the people closest to the dead person want it to be, right? I hope that means something fun. I hope that's not like a let's all have a pity party. Because, you know, I'm not going to be part of the pity party. I don't, you know, this isn't a family member I grew up with or anything. They were just in the background whenever I was around. It could be your outro music where just didn't not violate the copyrights or trademark. That's my ideal, yeah. That's my ideal. I don't think I should say that aloud in case this comes up in court. I'm making a joke when I agree with Pookie, but I will get in touch with some people and I will say things similar to that. But of course, respecting the copyrights of Microsoft Incorporated, trademarks reserved. Here's $5. What's the drink choice? Oh wait, sorry. Here's my Toycat tag says King Salmon. If even King Salmon is tipping and enjoying the stream, you know it's a good day. Thank you very much, Mr. King Salmon. Hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing desert well even, because you are as rare and beautiful as one. Also, Mark Jackson says $5. What's your choice of drink today? Okay, I wanted to share this because this is like semi-accidental because I just threw it in my suitcase alongside some other drinks that I was bringing back. So I'm gonna sit in this tower as I show you because this is my fishing tower. It's real nice. So this is some sugarcane drink. Oh, I should have. Can't believe I haven't made jokes about this one yet. You know what? I like sugarcane so much, that I made a drink outfit. And by that, I mean I bought a drink outfit, and I bought this drink in a Asian market in Las Vegas. So in the west coast of the United States. And it came in my bag, I brought it home. That's about 5,000 miles. So it's kind of crazy if you think about the fact that this was sold 5,000 miles from where I'm now gonna consume it, right? Tastes like sugarcane. But here's the crazy thing. I was looking on the side. I don't know if you can read because it's a semi-transparent can, apparently. If you read on the side here, not only is it known to the state of California to cause cancer, apparently, but if you read the origin label, it says it was manufactured by, and then a company from Malaysia. Oh, you can't read any of that. Wow, that's crazy. It was manufactured by a Malaysian company for a Singaporean company, and then imported into California, and then from California it got over to Nevada, and then from Nevada it came to the UK. The place this drink was made, and the place this drink was sold, and the place this drink is consumed are almost, you know, like they were all about 16 hours of flight, or about 5,000 miles from each other, and that is crazy to me. Everything causes cancer in California. Yeah, there's that problem with overwarning people. If you tell people that everything causes cancer, then nothing causes cancer, and then people get cancer because they don't know what to avoid. I think that when, some people say, like, all meat is bad for you. And I do think meat is probably worse for you than, I don't know, like, eating beans or something. But I think the place people make a mistake is you gotta be like, okay, these things are the worst for you. These things are good for you in this way, bad for you in that way. These things are overall quite good, but if you eat lots of them, if you eat a lot of, there's certain types of fish. I think salmon is one of them. If you eat too much, you get mercury poison because there's enough mercury just swimming in the sea, and then the salmon eat the mercury, but it doesn't kill them in the right quantities. But if you eat enough salmon, you know what happens? You die. But if you just say, like, oh yeah, everything's poison, man, it's poison in our brains, then it's going to be harder to take you seriously. Okay, so after the 3, 2, 3, 2, which is what we have here. So 3, 2, 3, 2. We have 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more 2s after the 2 on this. That is crazy. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is my third. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Oh my, counting this is so hard. How does anyone do anything? Okay, so I'm gonna use shovels. I'm gonna use little path blocks to mark this. So this was number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I want 8 or did I want 7? I've lost. Oh, how does anyone do anything? Okay, so I'm gonna swing around to the other side. Yeah, that isn't it weird? The human brain's capacity for memory is so different depending on what you put in there. Like, I watched I think it was a Netflix series. I watched a 15-minute documentary, which is the level of watching I apparently have in my freest moments. But I watched a whole documentary, if you'll believe it. Also, wait, I think I went 3, 2, 3, 2, and then I went back to 3 when I shouldn't have. So that's actually a 2 block, and that's a 2, and so on and so forth. Okay, so first things first, I need to make more boats. I think just having all the boats in the world to deal with these slimes, probably, actually not. Let's just move them over here. Let's just run my little boat over to the slime. You wanted 8 2s to combine into 16 and make a ton of square jokes. Oh no. Isn't it crazy? Okay, there we go. Oh, no. No. Minecraft Legends Opinion says Bernardo Raphael. I made a video on this if you want to, like, just see the 40-second first reaction. I think it looks good. I think you look at the gameplay, it's a solid looking game. There is no complaints from me regarding that game. Okay, so after the first 2, it's taken years of memory training, but I can store 10-digit numbers in memory. Helpful for my job. Yeah, no, it's there is a handiness to it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It was 8 of them after the first one. We could just say 9 total, but you know, I'm being confusing here. So this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then it's a 1, and then we're back to 2s. But still, there we go. Do you like this circle, by the way? Slowly coming in here together. It's gonna be hard, but sometimes to work on big projects, you gotta commit in a challenging way. What are you making? Says Grey Jupiter. What I'm making today is a plug for IBXToycat.store, the only place in the world where you can buy a half mug that says "We will all die someday" as a reminder that you're missing your better half. Oh yeah, I like that little. There we go. That's how you sell it. Have you got an upcoming funeral, wedding, birthday? Then if you spend $50 or more and get yourself a free IBXToycat Valentine's Day card, which, as we all know, are designed to be used in all of those holidays and occasions. Okay, so after the 1, we go 2. Okay, after the 1, then there's a 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so it's 2 2s, then it's 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Man, this gets complicated quickly, huh? Like, you know, this is the challenge. We're gonna stick with this. It's gonna be nice when we're done. Also, check out the Legacy Console speedruns as NHD runs. I love that people are still speedrunning Legacy Console. That's a legacy, if you ask me. I like that a lot. Also, Bedrock is better than Java, says Slimy Boy. I mean, if you think about it, if we're going by the important metric, the one we care about, which is number of big salmons, it's pretty hard to make that argument. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got it correct. And so I think after that it's a 1, and then it's 2 2s, and then 1, 2, 1, 2, and then I think it's like 1 1 after that. You know, I'm just gonna start sounding like a binary robot at this point, right? Just like 2 1 2 1 1, error found, do not compute, is not okay. So after 2 1s, it's a 2, then it's 3 1s, then a 2, then it's 5 1s. So also give whales representation on the flag. Yeah, looking at the Union Jack, I don't have one lying around here, which is honestly, it's a disappointment. I had a family event yesterday, and I wore a big Union Jack. People seemed to like it. It was good. But you know, why am I not wearing a Union Jack right now? Do I have a good excuse? My good excuse is that I just launched IBXToycat.store. Do you want to get a shirt like this? Look how cute he is. You can go to IBXToycat.store and buy now for a limited time only. Get yourself a free IBXToycat anti-Valentine's Day card or funeral card. I'm just saying. I want to use mine for that reason. Okay, so after the 2, I think it was 2 1s, then a 2, 3 1s, then a 2, and then 5 1s. There we go. Look at that. I'm going to lose a lot of dirt, just it falling in the ground. Funeral mugs. These... That's such a good idea. You know what? I'm just saying. Are you going to an event with lots of old people soon? I'm just saying. Perfect mug for you. Don't you want it? I mean, they want it, you would hope. You know, I wonder how many old people haven't come to terms with their impending doom. That's a fun topic. I'll bring it up at the funeral. Because most old people have friends who are old people, right? So most people I run into are going to be that. Have you who's going to be the legend that buys all the merch in every size and color? I mean, you could be a completionist, buy it in limited colors. That's a fun idea. Also, I would love to. Unfortunately, I don't have the money. I got fired from my job for breaking my nose. For my job, they won't let me lifeguard anymore. Lifeguard isn't a real job. That's called goofing around at the pool, and getting paid for, you know, lowering the insurance premiums. I only learned this because my pool is shut down right now. I don't have a pool in London. I wish I had a pool. You know what? That's the real flex, right? Is living in a city and having a pool. Living in a city where it's only warm enough to go in the pool like 1 week a year, and still deciding to run one. Anyway, but no, ignoring my dumb thing there. I think that what my pool is currently shut down, and one of their violations was you have to have no lifeguard at pool in characters 4 inches or higher, and theirs is like 3.5 or something. And I think that's like the weirdest, most arbitrary rule. Like, oh yeah, no lifeguard is okay as long as you use big letters. Small letters, no, no, no. 1, 2, 3. Oh god, oh man. I don't have another slime to... This is, like, quite frustrating, too. But it's fine. I can go to the other side. So it's 5 ones, a 2. 3 ones, a 2. 2 ones, a 2. And then 1. Okay. So after the 2... 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We switch on to 2 ones, 3 ones, 5 ones. I can do that. I don't live in the city, but we have a pool. We live in the country, says the Wanderer. If you live in the country, you have, like, too much land, right? This is the funny, like, contradiction of life. Is if you live in the country, it's like you have so much land that going and doing anything is a problem because you drive past everyone else's too much land. And if you live in the city, it's really cool that you don't have to go past other people's not very much land. So getting everywhere is easy. There's more businesses supporting you. But in exchange, if you want to have a garden, like, oof, hope you're prepared to shell out the big bucks. You want to have... you know, like, you want to have more than a bedroom the size of a bed. You better get ready for the big bucks there too, right? So, Kat, you're going to check out the new Ice Age DLC. I think I was in Vegas when it came out, so I just, you know, I figured, you know, this is one I'm going to have to miss. I like 4J stuff. I liked Ice Age when I was younger, but I figured, you know, it's okay. I can miss a 4J DLC. As much as I love doing the music discount, etc., would have been fun. Without notice, it's harder to do. Okay, so after 5, it's then 2, and then it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're still just, like, barely carving into this, but it's fine. So after 6, we do a 2. Then after the 6... Okay, so... There's 5, there's 6. Oh, that's the middle point somewhere in there. We go back to 2, but the other way. Okay, Get this, chat. This is game changing. This is it. This is the corner of the circle somewhere here. So this is like the diagonal point where you could cut the circle into corners. And so from here we go like, okay, so 2, and then it's 5 this way, and then it's 2, and then it's 3 this way, and then it's 2, and then it's 2 this. See, like I'm doing this by memory quite well, right? I love our garden. We own a nursery, decent house. I did lifeguard, which, by the way, love the comment on it not being a job. Also, I love having land and little mountains, rivers around. I mean, that's the cool thing about the country, right? No one seems to do anything out there. You always ask, like, what do you do for a living? They're like, I have goats. And you're like, so what do you do for a living though? Like, where did you get your job? How do you have a pool and a? They're like, well, you see. Do you know what oats are? Well, you see, if you take oats and you put them, if you take some oats, put them in a basket, then you'll make oatmeal. And you see, that explains where my estate has come from. It's like, no, it doesn't. Please, you know, like in cities, everyone's like, you know, like this is my city country difference. I've noticed everyone's like happy to talk about like what they do, how they're compensated, etc. But if you go to, like, small towns or anything more rural than that, it's like, oh, yes, we don't talk about compensation. It's like, isn't that the reason you go to your job? Inherited it from the ex's family, says Myra. You have a farm? Jealous. I'm not actually jealous. That sounds like a lot of work for no payoff. But, unless you have baby goats, then you know, then maybe I'm jealous again. So, yeah, what do you reckon, chat? Is the circle going well? It's crazy that we've done so many blocks and it's barely like an 1/8 of it. Also, that's the corner of the circle. That's the corner point. That's where one part of the circle hits another part of the circle. That's just what that is. They passed a law where all public pools have to have a lifeguard on duty to be open. When a pool is open, you can bring a concealed firearm if you want to. Oh man, I want to be there. I want to be in a. I want to shoot guns underwater so bad. Because, like, I know intuitively it's still going to go fast. But, like, if you shoot someone underwater, is it going to, like, bounce off them? Or does it just still kill you, you know? Like, okay, if anyone has, If anyone has some private land, a pool, and a gun collection, and you live in Texas, please hit me up. I would like to, you know, just as let me know. You know, I wanna shoot some. Can a gun be shot underwater, or does the gun break? Because like, if you try to use a laptop underwater, water gets in the fans, and then you can't use it as a laptop. Even though you're water cooling it, it's, you know, actually making it worse, right? Guns do work underwater as long as the entire firearm is submerged, partially submerged, and it will explode. Is that true? That can't be true. That sounds like a movie fact. It's probably a movie fact. Yeah. So we'll do this for a video. You know, we'll fill the pool with iron brew too. Also, don't get guns wet. Guns like gremlins. Can we just not get them wet? Okay, so after 2 of these, then 3 of these, then 5 of these, we do 2, and then we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and now we go 2 the other way, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 2, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 2, and then 1, 2, and then 2, and there we go. So that's nice and easy. Now we have to just start remembering how it comes back in, because there was a lot of like. So what you do is you grab a 2. Okay, so after the 2, and then the 2, and then 1, 2. Okay, now after. Okay, so I've done this one now, right? After this, it goes. After. Oh gosh. Okay, this is gonna be hard. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. I can remember that easily. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. Because the angle is kind of sharpening, you know? I feel like Mark might be trying to assassinate you by not telling you they work underwater, but the bullet actually bends back at you once you've shot it. There's no way a bullet bends at you. You know, that can't be true. You know, as someone who is a certified, definitely shoots guns all the time, because they're just everywhere in the UK. It's widely known. It's widely known. I should be drinking out my dumb mug, by the way. So I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna pour my invisible juice into my mug. I like the okay. Let me explain to you why the worst mug is the better mug. Let me explain to you why the mug that no one will let you drink out of is actually the good mug. It's got sharp corners. They're not sharp. It's really well rounded, but it's got like corners, right? And that means you can actually. Whereas with a mug, you gotta like put your lips around it and go. No. This one, it's like a funnel. You can funnel into your mouth. Let me show you. You see how smoothly that went? Do you see how it all went in my mouth? Maybe if I go a little bit faster. Yep, see, 100% of it. It works great. But get this, it's not just the fact that it works as an excellent funnel for your tea or your sugarcane juice. Get this, right? As well as that, it contains slightly less fluid because it's smaller, and so it keeps you skinny. You're gonna drink less of the unhealthy. Because let's be honest, you're putting you're putting too much sugar in your tea. Because it tastes like hot water by default, and so that's a thing that you do. This is portion control. It works as a funnel that keeps you cold in the hot climates. Because this is deliberate design. The funnel is just not sharp enough of an angle. Yeah, sure is good, huh? Sure is good. I'm gonna have to clean these jeans now because I love them so much, and I don't know how it got in that hand either. I should just do non-stop product demonstrations where it's like broken versions. So here's a t-shirt, right? You can put it on your legs. You can put it on your legs once. It just won't work as a t-shirt afterwards. So I basically have Toycat trousers. Toycat out here trying to show how to reduce water weight. I love this drinking channel so much, says Blonde Deval. Not enough people appreciate that drinking doesn't just mean alcohol. There are so many tasty beverages out there that don't even poison you on the inside. That mug gives you a drinking problem. Keeps the tea hot by having to refill often, says Ines. Exactly. You want to drink the same amount of tea, you refill more often, and it stays hot for longer. I'm just saying, this mug solves all the problems you didn't know that you had. You ever thought to yourself, oh no, okay, get this right. You're walking down the hallway and you want your arm to get nice and warm. What's this? Oh, it perfectly goes round. Oh yeah, it's got a handhole. Does your current mug have a handhole? I bet your current mug does not have a handhole, actually. Look at this. Ooh, anywhere on the arm. It goes round perfectly. It's got like this lovely grip that your current mug just doesn't have for you. And get this, you also get a real mug with it if you're lame. But isn't look at this. It fits around the mug. You can spin it around. Anyway, it's too perfect. See, I'm gonna only mention the weird mug, which you get as a bonus for the real mug. No one knows what else is going on. At IBXToycat, when I went to England from France, British Airways separated my family from my dog. Dad, says Shenko Boys, we here. Have you ever considered, maybe your dad asked for that, and he's like, oh, the airline, you know. I'd love to be with you, family of children, but the airline, oh no. It's like, you know, I'd love to listen to your talk about, you know, like, you know, religion. Oh, I'm busy. I'm sorry. It just happens that I'm in a tunnel right now. Oh no. Okay, so we're gonna get back to this now. It's quite tricky, but we're gonna be following the pattern again. So after the weird 2-1-2-2 section, it's a 1, 2, and then it's like 9 2s in a row. So there's another 1, and then it's so many of these 2s. So it's 9 if we include the 1 going off this. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And after the 2s, we have there's that weird section where we alternate between 3s and 2s. This is the tricky thing about making circles, honestly. Having to like balance things out. So after all of the 2s, we have a 3, then a 2. Oh, there's only 1 2 mixed in there. So it's 3 2, 3 3s, 2 4s, and then 5 6 9. So one more time. That is 1 3, a 2, 3 3. Yeah, we can remember that. 1 2, 1 3, a 2, 3 3s, then a 4. 1 2 3 4, then a 5. Oh, I thought that was a brown panda. I have no idea why I assumed it was a brown panda. Like I saw it out the corner of my eye and I was like, can you see what I was seeing there, chat? Or can you validate my feelings? Honestly, that's the one cool thing about being a YouTuber. You know, it's not being able to make your own mugs, or you know, the fact that you get this fun waking up and deciding what you're going to share with the world. And some days it's really rewarding because the world wants to see what you put out there. No, none of those things. Best thing about being a YouTuber is you can get strangers to validate your weird opinions. Like I watched the new season of Love, Death, Robots is out right now. I've been enjoying it. It's an anthology show, which is a weird premise when you think about it. A show that every episode is unrelated to the last. Like, isn't that basically just a new show every episode? If we ignore that crisis, if we just ignore that whole thing, then and you know, like, you know, but if it's anyway, so Love, Death, Robots season 3 came out, and there's this one episode everyone loves, but it's awful. There's no dialogue. It's about a deaf character and toxic relationships, but it's way too long. You kind of like, you know, it's deliberately jarring to watch. Like, they made it painful for you to watch because it would be painful to experience. And it's like, what do you mean? You can't just torture. Imagine making a museum and being like, well, you see, it really sucked to be in 1940s Britain, so we're making it really unpleasant for you in this museum today. You would walk out and say, you cannot charge me for that, good sirs, because that's anyway. They praised its theme, says Cancer Attitude. Yeah, you know, I don't like the idea of praising a theme. What do you mean praising a theme? It comes all as one. You don't get to be like, I really like the writing in this, but the directing, the acting, the setting, the photography, the quality, the audio. No. That once you say all of that, you're just saying you dislike a thing. But yeah, So there's a new season of Love, Death, Robots. I mean, I've been enjoying it. I liked. I like. There's some really good episodes. There's one directed by David Fincher that's amazing. And instead, everyone's like, oh, but like, I think that the real impressive thing is this thing about toxic relationships. And it's like, you know, did you even know it was that before someone taught? Do you just like to? I feel like there's this bias in what humans say they like, in that we like to be seen as having fine tastes. Like, people say they like wine, and they say they like, you know, like fine things, right? So you're like, ooh, a man of taste. Yeah, everyone wants to be seen as someone who has these, you know, these moments or these things, I guess. You know, can't we just admit sometimes, like, oh yeah, this sucks, huh? I was like, yeah, this does suck, huh? Okay, so, last time I was in your live, it was TNT Survival Superflat Legacy Console. It's been a while, Chinese symbol. I'm glad you could make it today. Also, yeah, the whole mug is the new sponsor. This video is sponsored by a mug that fits on your arm, fits in other mugs. Get this right, it'll fit around a can. You ever got a can and you got a mug together? Now, you don't have to make sacrifices. Honestly, they should sell cans that are this shape. Have a little hole in them. Easier to carry, right? Okay, we got down here. Wine is atrocious, while I still enjoy some fancier foods. I like beef meal and ramen. I mean, beef meal is the fanciest meal out there. Let's not lie to ourselves. One of the parody things is that it's weird to hear the pigs eat. Do pigs not eat on Java? Are they too do they not like, you know, making noises in public? Famously, pigs, if you eat like a pig, it means to eat in a really refined way, right? To have this high quality palate. That's what it means in most of the world, at least. What does it mean where you live? Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we go 22 blocks after this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. And then we go back to 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I don't remember after that. I think it's 1, 4, but I'm not too sure. Okay, so yeah, this is going very well so far. I think we've done a full quarter of the circle. We've reached the other corner, I guess you could say. Everyone pretends as though they enjoy wine amongst other alcohols, despite how much alcohol, with the exception of whiskey, tastes terrible. I think everyone thinks that outside of their favorite alcohol tastes terrible, because it's like, again, it literally is a poison for your body. You know, I'm trying to combat the Americanisms I pick up in everyday speech, because obviously if I spend a lot of time there, I would like for people to know that I'm foreign still. You know, I'm in one of the few countries where instead of going, oh, you go back to there, they're like, ooh, you came from there? It's nice to see you here. You know, like, oh. Anyway, a full quarter. This man absolutely commands the English language. Okay, so whiskey is great, says the Scottish moderator. Beef meal, says Myra V. Beef meal is the best meal around. It is there is no meal quite like beef meal. Also, this is insane. The size of this circle. I don't think I've ever built one this big. Combat Americanisms. Use Russianisms, says Dasha. Ah, yes. Comrade Igor, he go down into mine. He not come back for a long time. This is what we call in Russia a good work experience. I don't know what that accent was. I'm sorry. Hello, my friends. It is I, Sergey, and I have come from the land of plentiful vodka to tell you all about my trip to America. I flew to Las Vegas using the airport. I fly from the airport with the airplane, and the plane they put the food on the plane when in reality food comes from ground. Silly Americans cannot fool me. Sergey is smarter than there's not enough like, yes, Sergey, he is not as smart as he's not as dumb as you Americans are thinking. There we go. That's the best I can do. I hope you were enjoying it. You know, you probably aren't enjoying it, but I hope you're enjoying it anyway, okay? Okay, so after we go of the far... Oh, we need a bed. You should do an experiment like this, but with viewers. I think I might do that anyway. You know, I'll go check out, see how Harrison's went on like a smaller scale. Might be fun to go load up a real one, right? Toycat Attacks, my favorite episode from New Loved Episodes. It was the miniaturized zombie apocalypse. I really love the animation on it, and I know it's an animated show, so maybe that's the most important thing. But I hate it wasn't funny to me, you know. I was like, there wasn't really a plot that moved anywhere either. Like it was a really, I think they got 90% of the way to like this amazing, you know, top tier idea, and then they figured, you know, the deadline's here. We don't need anything else. Vodka. Yes, me vodka. I'm sounding Jamaican now. Yes, I'm a half Jamaican, half Russian little fella. I drink many vodka. I also love to partake in the occasional. Yeah, what is this? This is a terrible hybrid accent. You know okay, you know what, chat? Everyone says my southern accent is terrible, but my family was very impressed with me. So you know, yeah. Of all the things you can say. Also, this gets really confusing because it goes like 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, and then I think there's a 3, and then it's the 9 2s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then it's 3 3s. Yeah, this goes a lot faster once we get past the mess. 3 3s, and then a 4, and then a 5. It's got to be more than 1 4, right? It can't just be the 1 4. Oh, there's 2 4s. Oh, there's 3 4s too. Wait. So there's 1, 2. There's 3 3s, and then there's 3 4s. Yeah, I definitely didn't do those 3 4s on the other side. I thought it was 1 4 because I'm stupid. So after the 3 3s, we go to a 4. We do a second 4. We do a third 4. And then we do a 5, a 6, a 9. Oh, please get out of my life. Did you know there are people in Poland laughing as American right trash? Hello, it is I, Comrade Vladimir, and I am here to tell you about big idea. What if we pretend to be Americans for long enough time? I guess this isn't Polish at all. You know, I can't do a Slavic accent. I'm sorry. I enjoy your shenanigans very much. I have such a big smile on my face. Yeah, I don't know why you have a smile. Isn't this just every day in Russia? It's like, yes, it's good to see you, Sergey. I feel like you have the, you know, like Igor, Sergey, and Vladimir, or like maybe Volodymyr. Maybe these days, you know. But like those are like the generic. I feel like you've got the lady equivalent of that, right? You know, like it is I, Dasha. I feel like even Sasha is quite Russian. Maybe I'm just like mixing it up with Dasha. But I feel that way. And everyone knows feelings are feelings. So after the second 4, we do after the first 4 we do a second 4. After the second 4 we do a third 4. And then we start mixing in the 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have all of this. So this starts how many blocks into the 22? It starts 4 blocks in. So we just go 4 blocks further. See, nice and easy. Ooh, this might break, actually. What do you reckon, chat? Will my diamond shovel break? Should I use another one just temporarily while I'm doing this, you know? Maybe I should. I think given that it makes it a little bit easier to work with, we'll throw the diamond shovel into retiring. What did the poor wheat crop do to you? I just love jumping on a good wheat block every now and then. I've always thought of you as the adult version of Stampy if he had a strange metaphor wall breaking dialogue with his audience. Keep up the good work. One of the depressing thoughts, like it's depressing because, you know, do you ever think about how little, like you control a lot about what you do, but there's also, no matter how much you're in control, you're never in control of everything, right? There are always elements to what you do that are not within your control. If that makes any sense. I'm not sure if it does. Okay, so throw this into this chest right here. Gonna forget that it's in there. But hopefully someone reminds me. And then we'll grab another diamond shovel. Maybe a diamond pickaxe too. I finally have the diamonds for it, right? I might as well. Let's treat myself, actually. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Look at this. Got my diamond pickaxe finally today. In fact, yeah, if I just get a second blacksmith going, I could get a diamond axe as well. I think I was trying to do a second blacksmith, actually. Where is he? There he is. Yeah, we need to be aggressively buying bells or so. I guess we'll just buy the stone shovels, throw them in a pit somewhere. Or what? Okay, chat, what can we do with stone shovels? Like, literally, I'm going to throw them away otherwise. What is more valuable than throwing away stone shovels? Because I think that's what I'm going to have to do here. I think that's the move, right? It's just buy stone shovels, throw them in pit in the ground. Yeah, I think that... I guess we could just throw them on the ground over here. We'll get rid of the dirt to make some space. Fill bones with wood. That is not an idea of what to use stone shovels. I have no idea what you heard that I said, but it wasn't what I said. Make the whole world unspawnable. Using them to just a horror fan. That's not an idea. Yeah, I've got enough stone shovels. Some would say too many stone shovels. Some would be correct. Again, I'm throwing them on the ground. There's not a single good idea. You know, it's... Okay, buy a batch. Throw a batch. It's a little annoying having to do it manually, sure. But it's getting me it's giving some good XP because you get experience per trade. It's not necessarily based on the amount of XP, whatever. And then, yeah, later we can sell them some... No, we're just going to continuously do that until we get the diamond hoe. Man, I've had a diamond hoe this whole time and I haven't been using it. Wait, did I buy a diamond hoe from this guy? I better have bought a diamond hoe. Oh no, he told me he had an iron pickaxe. Whoa, yeah, we're going to have full diamond tools soon, huh? That's exciting. I wasn't even trying to make progression today. I just wanted to work on a big survival project. Like, tomorrow I'm going to be working on getting all the new blocks in survival. Like, it's a big real task. And sometimes you just want to work on something big and buildy, you know? Like, there's something cool about Minecraft that I like, is when, at the end of the day, you've got significantly more progress than you had at the start. There's something about that that's very enjoyable to me. Also, how am I only 4 blocks ahead right now? I must have missed... Yeah, wait, this is 6 blocks? I missed out the 9 blocks. So I need to go 9 blocks into here. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Call that the end, and then the 24 block starts here. And it actually goes on for 13 blocks. Oh, whatever. You don't... It goes on for 9 extra blocks past here. Even then, it should be more, but I've missed something somewhere, and it's not a big deal. As long as I can get this correct. So we go 9 more blocks this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then we go for an extra 9 blocks, which is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then we go for the 6, the 5, the etc. This circle hurts my head. Yeah, there's a lot of maths. Some would say too much maths. Some would say just the right amount of maths, though. I don't know who would say it. You know, I feel like with most things in life, you know, it's a lot easier to, especially if you're gonna come out on the internet, like share with other people, say the worst or the best. Okay, so now what we do is we throw up our thing. We press the start okay, and now we just gotta remember what's happening here. You know, we'll just come back and look at our own circle later. It's more important to match what we've done now than to do anything new better. Okay, so after our 9 here, we do a 6. Wait, is this a 9? This is 9. So then we do a 6. Then we do a 5. Then we do a 4. And then another 4. And then another 4. And then some 3s. And then after the 3s, we do 9 sets of 2. So 2. Oh, God. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after that, I think there's a 3 in there, but I don't want to think about this right now. Am I even going the right direction? Yeah, I am going the right direction. Thoughts on Mojang's general creative direction. I have seen a little bit of backlash with people saying, like, why are they making this? Rather than, you know, like, people saw, like, oh, you're disappointed the direction Minecraft's going. What you clearly meant as a community is more spin-offs. We've got more spin-offs for you. It's like, no, we're saying we've got an issue of the direction you're taking. More spin-offs? More DLC for those spin-offs? New marketplace maps? What could you possibly mean? It's like, no. Minecraft updates for the game 1.19, 1.20. Oh, I get what you're saying. You want 1.20 to come out a year from now and not be announced for 6 months. It's like, how are you misunderstanding us, Mojang? We're saying that you should... And it's like, yeah, no, I think I can see that argument. There's a little bit of you know, truth surely in that. But I also think this has been in the works for a long time. Like, they didn't release the trailer just after the Wild Update came out. This has either been in development for like years, you know, months perhaps, or it's been this is a very rough mock-up they've done in the first few months. And if it's that, I really hope not, because we've learned what goes horribly wrong when they do. But if it was that, then also, why is it maths and not math? It's because there's multiple branches of mathematics. There's not one mathematic. There's mathematic. Yeah. But I've heard, I like that argument, but then you could just as easily say, well, why is economics shorted to econ rather than econs? And I was like, well, good point. I don't have an answer. Also, the circle looks pretty good. Besides that little messy bit over there, the circle is coming in nicely. So let's get back to it. I still very much enjoy the tool names. Yeah, I like just sort of scrolling through them. I like to see it too. So yeah, I think that with any big corporation, it takes a while to move, because they don't just have to decide to do something at the top level. They have to mobilize people towards it. And so, you know, like, the mistakes they should have learned from the cave update immediately, it's going to take a while to implement them. Some of those mistakes you could argue about communication. Wait, after... I don't know what I did here, but I went 4, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5. Oh, no, I know what I did here. And then 6. And then it's 9, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then it's 24 or 22. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I think that's 23 at the end there. I'm just going to pretend that it is, even if it isn't. Then we go of 9 blocks over here. Honestly, the worst bit about this is, like, later we're going to have to thicken this up anyway, because you can't have a river that's a single one. Because we say mathematics and not mathematic, I think Americans say it wrong. I agree with the British. Wow, me too. I also agree with the British. No, it's, I think a lot of people... Okay, you know, something that bothers me, but, like, I totally probably do it myself, so I'm not going to criticize it too hard, is this defense of things that are normal in your life, not by actual logic, but by easy-to-defend reasons. So if you live in the United States, or Canada, for that matter, or honestly a lot of countries around the world, you probably have a sales tax which you pay at checkout. So you take $1 worth of items, sales tax is 10 cents, or 10%, you pay $1.10 because you're paying tax plus the items. Whereas in everywhere in Europe, with very, very few exceptions, you go up and you pay the price, and the tax has already been included. And so if you're right now, if you're American, you're like, oh no, Toycat, it's so smart because we have different tax rates from city to city, so they can't put the price up there because it's like no. When you're in a supermarket, you know, trying to buy a banana, trying to work out if it's 25 cents or 27 or whatever. When you're in the supermarket, that's not in multiple states and cities. That banana is being sold in one supermarket, right? That's just a fact. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then 1, 2, 3. I think I messed this up. I did 3 6s in a row there. Easy mistake to make. It happens to the best of us, right? So what we do is we go back to this 9. We go back to this 6. We make this 6 into a 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we make this one into a 4 by going 2, 3, 4. And then we, okay, yep. I think I did that. Then we make another 4 over here. Yep, going well.
Are you doing a realm review for both Java and Bedrock, and when are you doing it?
I'm doing a realm review for Bedrock in the next probably week or so, if we're being honest. And when is the next one for Java? It's been like setting up the whole doing it for Java thing. It's a really tricky, like, you know, like it's a different system. What are people gonna send in? Will people send it? Like everyone always says, one of the hard things you have to balance as a content creator. 3.7 liters equals 1 US gallon, so it makes a little more sense. I think there's 4.5 liters to the gallon. Sorry to tell you, friends. Anyway, so yeah, taxes are included in prices here, and people will defend it just because they're like, but tax is different everywhere. But you're only buying bananas. You don't care what the price of bananas is in New York if you live in LA. You don't care about the price of you know, like a computer in, you know, Phoenix, Arizona if you live in not Phoenix, Arizona, I assume. Maybe you can. Maybe I'm being unfair with you there. I guess we go 2 and then 1, 2, 1, 2. I want to say it goes like that. We're gonna have some messes as we get to the end of this, but it's gonna be fine. The US and UK gallons are different, Toycat. I knew that, but also I don't accept that, you know? Like, I know that's true, but I also hate that that's true. Like, that can't actually be a fact. Like, it is, but it also isn't, right? Like, I mean, you can't... There's not different gallons depending... That's silly. That can't... That's... No, I don't accept that. See? Because I'm used to gallons having 1 unit of measurement. I'm just going to ignore the world where they don't, okay? Just... There is no world where there is more than one definite... Because, you know, imperial conversions are already weird enough. Might look again, a liter and a liter might be different too. So the one cool thing about metric is the same in every country that uses metric. But the reason... funnily enough, actually, the British imperial system was a system that was meant to be like metric before metric came out. So it's standardized. The British imperial system is meant to be universal. Rather than a foot meaning something different in every country, the British foot, I think it might have been designed by the French. I don't want to give them credit for it, though. So, a British foot means the same as a French foot, which should mean the same as etc., etc., etc. However, America never used even... Not only did America not update to the metric system, but they also don't use the same system as everything else, right? They use their customary units. It's not imperial. It's customary. It's a made-up set of systems that have the same name as imperial. Are feet superior to your feet? I mean, the only way to know that one for sure is to go to onlyfans.com/toycat and then... you know, actually, wait. You know what's better than OnlyFans? The site that OnlyFans can enjoy, which is IBXToycat.store. That's right. You want to get yourself a free Valentine's Day card? You can do it. I bet. Probably. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then after 9, there's a little 3 mixed in there. And then there's a 2. And then there's a 2. And then who knows what comes after 2. It's literally incomprehensible. US measurements work, so I don't see the issue. Yeah, it's like, it's compatibility, right? It's like, also, I think this is going to come dangerously close to cutting the corner on this. Because after my 2s, it's like, okay, and then you go like 1, and then 2, and then 1, and then 2, and then I want to say after this 2. Okay, I'm just gonna put the boat down. After the 2, I think this is where we go to like, okay, it's 2 1s. So 1, 2, and then it's a 2, and then it's 3 1s, and then it's a 2, and then it's 5 1s, and then it's a 2. Yeah, this is gonna get cut off, chat. Oh no, this is very tragic. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2. Yep, I did not see this one coming. Also, I think this is meant to go all the way out to 300. So there's been a horrible mistake somewhere. Yeah, this doesn't look correct. It looks like it's gone in too early. I'm gonna have to get like a wider field view on that. Or I could just go to this side and do the same thing. Yeah, right, an American foot is bigger than a British foot because the US invented Bigfoot. Wow, that was dumb for even me. Is an American foot actually bigger than a British foot? I think, you know, if that was true, I'd accept that joke as an 8 out of 10. But if there's no factual accuracy to that, I'm sorry to tell you, you're getting a 6 out of 10 for me. But good joke anyway. The newest system is the units. Oh, is it the British system that never adapted? Because I know that they invented a system of imperial units that were going to be standardized. And then, like, the world agreed, like, okay, I guess we can get down with that. And then we just kind of didn't. You know, as with most things, sometimes we just don't. Sometimes we say we're going to do something, but then we start a war or something like that, and then we never get around to it. And then it's 2, and then it's 3 of these. And then it's 2, and then it's 5 of these. And then it's 2, and then it's 6 of these. And then it's 2 the other way, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then it's 2, and then it's 1, 2, 3, and then it's 2. And then it's 1, 2, and it's 2. And so, yeah, this side is going to be just about fine. It's going to look a bit weird, but I think the other side just isn't going to work. I thought British feet were called meters. No. You've been watching some strange. Wait. What's the joke here? I've been watching some metric adult videos. You know, got a real meter fetish going on. There you go. See, there's a funny joke for you. Toycat's adopted my completely arbitrary joke rating. Happy day. If you think about it, and you know, maybe you're happier if you don't think about it. You know what? If you think about it, is a sentence I don't get to say very often, right? We need to advertise this series to flat earthers. Oh, that's such, you know what, Kat, that is such a good idea. Why? We should be definitively marketing towards people who believe the earth is flat. You know, the earth is flat, so let's play on the... Man, I can't believe we've missed that boat until just now. So I'm going to try and get on top of this. I hope they haven't fixed the boat bouncing bug. I bet they have, though. Can I even get on the roof? I think I can. Let's just jump up here. So, it's a cube that's 1 by 1 by 1 is acceptable, but change kilometers to miles, and you've got 1.6 times that size. It's because, the square... No, not the square cube, but just, like, squares are more than their lengths, and you don't need me to explain this to you. So, yeah, if we go to the top of this, you can see that it looks like a really decent circle all the way around, right? But then on that side, it curves in... Okay, yeah, there has been a mistake somewhere. On that side, it's happening way sooner than on this side. You know, I'll work with that side because it's the one I would prefer to be correct. And then we'll fix it on that side later. And just kind of split the difference. Like, isn't this so strange? Like, maybe this would work as a circle. No, I don't think it would. I think we're missing some key details. It's a spiral. Yeah, I think so. Good to see you, Toycat. Good to see you streaming again, Toycat. How was your trip? My trip is great. I'm headed back out in a few weeks, but I wanted to get some videos done with a microphone people don't complain about. You know, a better face cam setup, everything like that. Wanted to take full advantage. I use printed sheets of graph paper to make my circle builds. When you write pi as 3.1, spiral out. Yeah, honestly, I think if I could actually like turn it into a spiral and accept it. Hey Toycat, I see you are flat out. I am a big believer that sometimes in life, yeah, no, I don't know. I think Mike complaints are trolling. No, because I totally hear it sometimes though. Like I'll listen back and I'll be like, this is terrible. How is anyone putting up with this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's 2. Then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it's 2. Then it's 1, 2, 3. Then it's 2. And then this is the ending. So just for the sake of completion, it goes to there, we'll say. So yeah, this spirals in a concerning way. But then here's the thing, where should the spiral end? Or should the spiral just keep going? I don't know how I would effectively keep it going. Because the ratios are super complex. I guess we could just have it finish over here somewhere. Every 60 seconds is a whole minute. Can you believe that? I literally can't. Again, normal people don't hear it though. Do you not? Do you know? I mean, like, I guess it's an off-brand circle. But I spent so long following it to make sure it wouldn't be. I don't understand how it ended up so different. You know, we won't think about it. Maybe we are in the same rough place. Maybe it would actually become a circle if we followed it. Yeah, you know, yeah, let's keep following it till it becomes a circle. Toycat literally taking 90 minutes just to make a circle. Ooh, I feel targeted now. I don't know why I would feel targeted by a comment that says Toycat at the start. The off-brand circle. Yeah, a little bit off-brand. Sometimes, though. Sometimes you want off-brand. Oh, OBS has crashed. Are we good? Hello? I'm IBXToycat. Do you hear me? If you do you hear my plug for the We Will All Die Someday mugs? A reminder of your own mortality. And a great little... Look at the little chibi Toycat. Look at him. Look at the little Toycat. Isn't he cute? Isn't that the cutest? Wait, actually, I think I can... I think because I have, like, real-time updates to this stuff, I think I can see how many people... I could be wrong about that. Let's see if we can... Okay, somewhere in here is... I'm gonna find it. Let's see if anyone bought a thing during this. Hey, yeah, some people did. Thank you. So according to this, there's a few more people who now have not only the mugs, a lot of the. Okay, you know, Actor, chat. What do you think? There is a mug, there's a hoodie, and there's a t-shirt. What do you think is selling the best? What do you assume people have bought the most of? Because you'd guess that the go-to merch item is always the t-shirt, right? You know, it's great. The cool thing about t-shirts is you can wear them. You know, the mugs definitely. I guess I've got the wrong. Yeah, it's the mug by a bit. Then it's the shirt, and the hoodie is just behind by literally one sale behind the shirt. So an equal number of people like hoodies to shirts. Hoodies are such a commitment, you know? Maybe it's because I'm living in such a hot climate. I've forgotten that hoodies even have a use. Like, is that for when you're going in somewhere with the AC set too high, or what's the scoop with that, huh? Can you drink from a hoodie? I don't think so. Okay, I'm gonna go get my hoodie right now, and I'm gonna prove you wrong, Gogo Wombo. Gonna show you who's boss. Okay, so as we go higher up, it goes 2 1 2 2. Oh yeah, there's way more that I missed here. So it goes 2 1 2 1 2 2, and then you know, although for the rest of the circle I've just been doing this, so we kind of have to continue going with it. You know, if I'm gonna spiral out though, I think I have to play around with it a little bit. So 2 2, and then we go into a single 3. And then we do 2 more 2s. No, wait. We've done our 2 more 2s. Yeah, then we do our 3, and then we do 9 2s. 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. And then we do a bunch of 3s. So yeah, somehow... Okay, chat, what do you reckon? Looking at this, does this actually just make a circle and I'm being really stupid? Or do we have to rebrand this into a spiral river? Because if it's a spiral river, I don't actually know where to end it. That's my biggest concern. Is like, where do you end a spiral? Spirals have no end. They can go on forever unless you cut them off somewhere and make it ugly. Hearing you say these numbers gives me flashbacks to a very long circle making session. Sometimes it, I guess technically you can suck a drink out of a hoodie, but one question is why? It's extra flavor, of course. Extra flavor. Like, why do you put ice in your drink when ice just turns into water? Just put water in your drink, bro. You know, except, wait a minute. 1, we're not brothers, so that's redundant. And 2, oh yeah, I want the cooling effect. Sometimes you want a bit more culture than drinking out of a glass, so you drink out of your perfect arm gap Toycat mug. We really all will die someday, won't we? I've come to better terms with my own mortality. That's one of those hardest things, I think, for a lot of people. Wait, is that called adoption? Oh, abduction. I think one of the hardest things for a lot of people to come to terms to is that, like, oh yeah, at some point, no more alivey. So after 9, it goes up to 22. So, oh wow, this does line up. Whoa. Okay, this is insane. I made a 300 by 300 circle, and it actually lines up correctly. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. That is nuts, huh? That is beyond crazy. Okay, so the adoption emote. This is what happens when you get adopted, okay? Let me show you. So, you know, like you're just chilling at home one day and you get adopted by aliens. And then you do a backflip for some reason. Everyone despawns someday. You know what's crazy is you despawn and then, you know, like a little time afterwards, all the items you've collected over your whole life despawn too. What do you reckon? Should I try and save this circle? Because I think it might still make a circle, right? So where can you get this amazing IBXToycat merch, says Famous Egg? Wow, that's a good question. I'm glad you asked it. Go to IBXToycat.store. That's right, IBXToycat.store. I've got a .store domain. You know, those cost a little bit more money because it's .store. But you go to IBXToycat.store, one more time for those in the back, IBXToycat.store, and you can find yourself all sorts of great deals. Like mugs that remind you of your impending doom. Or you can get literally just an IBXToycat t-shirt. Or if you spend over $50, you get a free Valentine's Day card that I wasn't sure how. You know, I just didn't. I wanted to make sure I did something special and unique. And aggressive ASMR. Love it. Go to IBXToycat.store because we're all going to die someday. And you want to make sure that you don't bring your death day a few days forwards. I'm just saying, people who buy not a single person who has bought Toycat merch so far has died. Not a single one. I think that's factually true. You know, the first time someone dies of Toycat merch, that's going to be like in their will, you know? I mean, it's not in their will, but it's going to be in one of their possessions that their family members inherit. That's going to be fun. I hope I'm the first person to die of Toycat merch. Statistically, I think it's unlikely. But, you know, that'd be fun. That'd be a video. Harrison, you have permission to go through and record the details of my funeral or whatever. Like, you can't be doxxed when you're dead, because, you know, what are you going to do? You're going to find my gravesite? Actually. Maybe. Anyway, hearing Toycat up close is an entirely new experience. It's like he's talking directly in my ear. Yeah, I got a really nice microphone for talking up close to, and then I talked to it all the way over here. That advertisement sounded so professional that I thought there was an ad and got ready to skip. Do you ever run into the problem that you don't have a mug that says we will all die someday? Well, using our sponsor, IBXToycat.store, you can get yourself 0% off one of these great mugs. But what you can do is by spending $50 or more and using code, you can't use a code because there aren't codes at checkout, then, I mean, I think there is the existence of codes is a thing I can make, but there isn't one yet. But by using non-existent Toycat code at checkout and spending $50, you can get yourself a free personalized Toycat Valentine's Day card. Oh yeah, I think. No wait. What do you reckon, chat? Is this a spiral or is this a circle? I think if we lean more into the spiral over here, and then yeah, we'd make like a little. Yeah, I have no idea how to save this. Literally no idea. I think I'll make it a second block wider now, though. So yeah, we'll make it one block wider in the direction it's going, and then we'll just make it a big spiral. The off-brand circle, as it is affectionately known. You should make a desert well, a dirt well, maybe. So yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna change the ending over there, I think. But on this side especially, we're gonna go do the digging. It's gonna be fun. We'll get some dirt. I need some dirt anyway, right? So yeah, I I would like to say thank you to whoever ordered a piece of merch since I last mentioned it, like 30 seconds ago. Really appreciate it. Toycat, if you drink tea, do you put milk or cream in it? It's a distinctive difference between British and American culture. Okay, so I don't like tea. I know that's heresy to my people. I'm gonna be hung for treason or whatever. Hanged for treason, because hang technically becomes hanged, not hung. Anyway, I'm gonna be hanged for treason. But I would like to say I don't like tea. However, if I'm drinking tea, if I'm at an event where there's tea and, you know, like, they've got the whole thing ready and I can't just drink nothing. Here's how I drink tea. So you grab your tea bag, you put it in. You leave it in for, you know, some ungodly amount of time, whatever time it takes to brew. And then while you're doing that, you throw a sugar cube in. And while you're waiting for the sugar cube to dissolve, you pick up a second sugar cube. You throw that one in there too. If it's a slightly less fancy ordeal, it's just going to be a, instead of a sugar cube, it's going to be a packet of sugar. You want to go with 6 packets of sugar, or you could go with 5 sugar cubes. If there's some brown sugar and white sugar, I like to mix both, like 3 white, 3 brown. Your mileage may vary. But 6 sugars, no milk is my way, because, you know, milk is just... Actually, you know, if I feel like I can't, you know, like order the sugars, what I'll do is I'll grab, I'll milk down the coffee till it's about 70% milk, 30% tea, sorry, not coffee. Although I do it with coffee too. And then you put some sugar in, and now you get to drink like cereal milk and look like you're an adult because your drink looks dark, which is, I don't know how we apparently measure that. And so yeah, life pro tip. Coffee also approved by lesbians. It's true. If there's one thing lesbians love that isn't IBXToycat, it is coffee and moving in on the first date, apparently. Toycat, remember, if you don't have a daddy, be the daddy. That's advice for business right there. You just got to become the father of the person you're doing business with. Do you ever eat the excess sugar cubes from cafes? I mean, who would you be if you didn't? Like, they're giving you a food product. Are you gonna waste it? Do you hate the polar bears or something? You shouldn't hate the polar bears. They've done nothing wrong besides their Minecraft existence. Finish the correct circle till it lines up, maybe, says Myra. I actually think that would be the go-to. Like, what should we do? It's probably got to be that. That's also, I think we'll throw away the seeds. I think, but we might actually be able to line it up. But I kind of like that it's not lining up at this point. Like, I kind of accepted that as my fate, you know. Also, Dasher, don't encourage him to throw up by drinking milkshakes. The alimony's coming. Okay. I do have a question. I'd like anyone who, like, again, this is the cool thing about the internet, being able to like have my weird little things be validated, or being able to ask niche questions and just having people answer them. So, my favorite milkshake I've had in a very long time was in the UK. It was Krispy Kreme. They're known for donut. Like, I went to a drive-through place to get a donut. I figured, well, they've got a donut and a milkshake deal. Would be wasteful not to get it, really. Those mugs are beautiful, says Derek Summers. Wow, I like the mugs too. Where can one get them? Wow, that's right. IBXToycat.store. There is gonna be like a... I want to make sure that we're not like overwhelming with like, you know, so much of our... We're gonna be having some seasonality, I guess. I like the idea of that personally. But yeah, if you want to get the mug, this is my baby, so I'm gonna be releasing it to the wild, letting people get their hands on it, and then just, yeah, if you want to get the bonus card, make sure you act quickly, because can only give as many away as we got printed, and then we'll move on to something else, you know. Creamer is basically how Americans flavor our coffee. Yeah, I always see, like, okay, I always see it in like coffee stores, but I'm always a little freaked out by the fact that it's like, it's left non-refrigerated, and it's like, isn't this a milk product? Is that okay? Is that what we want? Do we want non-refrigerated? You know, I'm not sure we do. But yeah, speaking of things I'm not sure, what's your opinion on the Beatles? I don't like old music. I think that Everyone's always saying like, oh yeah, I love I love all the music. We don't make it like we used to. Oh, blah, 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 blah. That's what they say, and that's the exact way they say it too. But here's what they won't tell you in business school. No, here's what people who really love old bands aren't saying. It's like, actually, there was a lot of garbage produced then that's like sunk into the bottom, and also I think just people like to have taste, right? Like it's the thing I was saying about earlier, but like people kind of like with like wine or alcohols, like you need to have like some unique, like it's a whole part of like how conversation goes for a lot of people, and so you need to have unique opinions, even if those unique opinions are like, like kind of factually inaccurate in some places. Like like you can say you like a band that's from the past. But then it's really easy to extrapolate and go extreme on your opinion. Be like, yeah, and that's the only good music that exists. I saw off-brand Russian Fanta yesterday. It was turquoise and Bear Energy flavored. I'm not kidding. You need to send that over to me. I'm sure there's no issues of sending things outside of Russia right now. Actually, wait. Something I do want to know. I bet there'll be some Russian who does a video on it, but it won't be promoted because we can't acknowledge that there are Russians in Russia right now that aren't part of the regime. I want to see what McDonald's sold their restaurants to some billionaire, some oligarch billionaire in Russia, some oil and gas giant company, and so they're rebranding all of the McDonald's in Russia to be called like Tasty to Go or something. But they're gonna have all of the McDonald's like equipment, the same McDonald's menu, the same seating and everything. It's just branded differently. That there's something about that I just find enjoyable, Like I want to go there. I want to feel it. I put ketchup on steak. Yes, I'm serious. Yes, it's delicious. I think people who like ketchup on fries actually just like ketchup, and the fry is the delivery mechanism. That's my opinion there. And so to your thing, I would say, if you're having ketchup on your steak, which is seen by a lot of people as sacrilege, I think ultimately, like, you can enjoy what you want to enjoy. Like, if that's destroying your food, feel free. You're not putting any, there's no water on my back, or off my back. But there is water on my back. Mostly because I spilled it earlier. Not the mug's fault, by the way. All my fault. If you want to pour, this is the mug for you. Mayo. I used to hate mayo so much as a child. I don't even know why. Like, I must have had a bad experience with it or something. I discovered mayo as like an 18-year-old, and it was amazing. It was crazy. Like, I used to think of mayonnaise as being this gross, like, it's like oily eggy. But no, it's oily eggy, and that's good. I know somebody that mixes ketchup and gravy together. Or gravy, if you will. Sometimes you get the cravies. Le mayo. Yeah, people are always saying that French saying on the internet. Le mayo, Like, what's so special about it? Naira's the mug's shaped to whack. I was genuinely confusing for 3 seconds. I do have... they come together as a set, Adorable Ho, if you don't know. At IBXToycat.store, you can buy a pair of heart-shaped mugs. Isn't that cute? And they go together like how me and you go together. After you buy one of these mugs. Obviously before. Can't condone our relationship. Lily Mayo is in LMAO says Tugi Leggy. Yeah, why are you laughing so much at French people saying Le Mayo? I don't understand it. Anyway, it's there's a funny joke here. Mayonnaise is not a standalone condiment, has been mixed with accompanying something else like mustard. Yeah, no, I think the smartest, for the mayo business, the best thing that could have happened is sriracha mayo catching on. Sriracha mayo is so good. One of the best things out there. I think ranch is another good one. Wow, that's epic. Time to empty my life savings on Toycat merch. I can't believe you haven't already emptied your life saving on Toycat merch. I mean, what are they doing waiting in there when you could be buying... Yeah, no, it has been too long. People have been asking for Toycat merch for so long. That's why it's like cool to be able to like, finally we got it. Yeah, everyone went like this is all gonna arrive at the same time in like a week from now, and I'm like I get so excited to like see on social media people's like getting their stuff. So like share it with me when it arrives. I'm so curious. I want to see. Sriracha mayo sounds amazing though, says Tyler Kowalskis. You've not had sriracha mayo? Where have you been living? What sort of rock are you under right now? I genuinely don't know how that's possible. You might as well say like, oh, so they've invented like tomatoes, but it's like a sauce you can put on fries. Wait, they've made like a potato, but like they're thin and you eat them with sauce. Wait, so there's like a way to make food hot. You don't just put it over the fire. There's like an implement inside your kitchen. Wait, you have a house? You don't just like go to the nearest cave and hope that the rain runs out soon? Yeah, you could do this all day. You have fire. Wow, you don't just hope that when your animal dies it happens to be hot enough to eat safely. You know what's crazy? Before humans invented fire, because it was definitely us. We're the inventors of fire, hate to brag. Before humans harnessed the power of fire, we must have just eaten raw meat. You know, like you kill a mammoth, and then you're like, let me have a snack, and you just go for it, like that. You know, that's such a different style of person. Like, you know, right? You feel what I'm saying, right? Like imagine that. That's technically a human, but if you ran him today, you'd be like, ooh, don't know about that. Wait, so we have this thing called a pen instead of painting the blood of said animal on a cave wall. Yeah, but the feather and quill must have been revolutionary at some point. Okay, bought a mug, says Myra. You don't even want the Valentine's Day card? That's crazy. That's unbelievable. Now I'm excited to see. I like seeing. You know, it's like there's an element of cool that this same item arrives at the same time for everyone. There's this like collective experience where we all get to enjoy our Toycat mugs on the same day. I have mine already though, but you'll get to enjoy them on the same day, and I get to enjoy everyone enjoying them on the same day. Okay, so we've gone very far on this way, which is nice, but we're gonna go back now. I think it might be worth doing like a third layer out, because this would still be quite a sad river, right? What do you reckon, chat? Do we need to widen our river further? I think we probably do. Yeah, I'm not excited to say that, but I think it's gotta be true. Also, it gets a bit weird here. Like, it doesn't vibe correctly. I guess let's get back to making it wider. We'll do it from the inside, I guess. Okay, so this is too wide. This is too wide. Not too wide. Not too wide. Actually, this must already be too wide. Yeah. I'm not sure what's going on here anymore. I'm just soaring my way through the ground. Make it 4 or 5 wide. Yeah, I like the idea of making a nice wide river, actually. I like that a lot. This looks sexy, says Kenstra's attitude. A lot of people took real issue of me saying, like, I jokingly describe Minecraft features as sexy. Because sexy is such a basic, like, you know, like it sounds like a racy word, but it's not. And they were like, oh, you shouldn't be saying that while playing Minecraft. And it's like, not only do we not have a child audience, like, you know, but like, even if it was, sexy is a perfectly okay word, right? I can describe the Enderman as sexy. I can describe mangrove wood, sexiest wood in Minecraft, right? Like, there's no issues. Maybe there's an issue with the idea of, we could argue there's an issue of the idea of, there's an idea, you know, that's, you know, one of those moments where, like, as you're in the middle of a really important thought, it just vanishes. It just happened to be right now. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it wasn't important. If I don't remember it, can't have been important. If you don't remember it, it's not a fun thing. Toycat is deeply committed to geese videos and death mugs. Stop asking if he's single. I love, you know, have you ever seen a goose with your own eyes? Or have you just trusted the internet that their demonic little attractors can be sexy? Country song reference. I love country music. Because I like talking about, like, I don't know what voice this is. It's a little bit Valley Girl, a little bit Southern. Like, y'all gotta stop with what y'all doing. Because I love my tractors so much. You know how it is. Anyway, let's get right back to meowing. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Yeah, I like the. I think when it's one wide, it looks like a weird like carve out. As it gets wider and wider, it looks more like a geological feature. I think too wide obviously isn't enough, but it feels like a real dug-in circle. The accent is just great, says Mark Jackson. Thank you so much, Mark Jackson. I'm doing my best to just appreciate the fact that I love when you do the funny accents. Thank you for calling it funny. Canada geese, also seen white farm geese. Yeah, I learned that white ducks aren't like a natural thing from nature. I don't know if it's true, but I learned it. Isn't that the, you know, that's the crazy thing about knowledge. Sometimes facts are just like so appealing. You're like, wouldn't it just be nicer if they were true? You know, this sounds compelling. It's easy enough to share. But it's like, shouldn't we all be like fact checking? If we're going to be sharing information with others, isn't the least we can do like make sure it's accurate? The answer is no. The answer is no. That is not the least we can do. I'm really glad to be back on the Superflat. Today's stream was an important one. We did some big Minecraft work, and then coincidentally, we also finally got a diamond pickaxe, which is big and important. The circle is, I think we're gonna have to expand it. Like I think chat's right. We gotta go like 4 or 5 wide, maybe even wider. Maybe like this is basically a moat that surrounds the world. So there's a lot of water movement that has to be done too. But this is what it's looking like so far, chat. Yeah, this is intense. I quite like this, actually. And then if we want to lean into the spiral, we can make it wider on the outside on that side and wider on the inside on this side. You know, there's a few things we can do with that. Yeah, the circle might link up if we just really believe in ourselves. Actually, yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're gonna, via the poll, like, we'll do like a poll, maybe at the start of next episode. Should this be a spiral or should this be a circle? Last reminder to my girlfriend to buy me merch for my birthday. And I'm just saying, if someone didn't buy you a mug that said we will all die someday, do they love you? I'm not convinced they do. Not convinced they do at all. Sugarcane farm surrounding the circle. Oh, I like that idea a lot too, Doug Svoboda. That's a really fun idea. And then make it like sky height level. Yeah, now we're talking, huh? Now we're talking. We can make it, yeah, then we could like have it like stack up all the way to sky height and there'd be like a big water. Yeah, I like that idea a lot. It's gonna be too much effort. We won't go to sky height, obviously. Even going like 2 blocks up would be insane. But the idea, you know, sending circular vibes. Thank you very much for the circular vibes.
What is your favorite accent?
Yeah, my favorite accent in the world. I say this a lot, but when you hear an Australian accent, you know there's going to be some fun that's being had. You know, they've got one of the more fun accents. I like New Zealanders a lot too, though, right? Like they've got a lot of fun going on there. So it's hard to decide between those two. Also, yeah, I like the circle. It really frames the world quite nicely, right? It makes it all look like a choice. And like, what do you reckon, chat? I love this a lot. I think we've made a huge improvement. Also, I might have to make it more deep at certain points. What's your favorite accent? Y'all gotta stop asking these questions, because I'm not sure what's going on with the accents. I'm sorry to say that, y'all. Goodbye, fellas. Also, go to IBXToycat.store and get yourself a mug or one of these t-shirts. I like it so much. I love the little, isn't it so cute? Literally just plugging my merch that says literally just IBXToycat merch. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you at the store. Oh, also, I've got a video coming out later today. Please check it out, because the trailer thing caught me off guard. Thank you to Kat for warning me about it. But there's another video coming out later today. It's gonna be good. I mean, I think it's good. It took me a long time to make, so. And I'll be streaming later this week too. Bye.